Alright, you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm ready for this.
Alright, here we go. It's better than faggots.
No. Oh, okay.
I don't know what could be better than that.
FANTASYS Anime Club?
Wait, FANT.
You like that,
What?
idiot? What?
What is it?
What do you mean, what is it?
FAMT?
FANTASYS Anime Club.
FANTYS.
Sound it out, stupid.
FANT. Oh, just fantasies. Oh, just fantasies.
You just love spelling stuff out. I don't know why you think that's the greatest thing on this planet.
YS.
Yeah, yes. HELLO.
Oh my god.
I thought it.
ERY.
It sounded
man.
really gay to me.
It sounded like a cheerleader.
It was kind of
a
the
cheerleader
way
chant.
you said it.
Somewhere
the way
in the
you
middle,
said
it gets
is
awful
really gay.
queer to me.
FANTAC.
What the?
FANTAC. Fantasy. And then what? There's a Y.
FANTAC.
FANTACY.
Fantasy.
Fantasy. FANTACY. Fantasy.
Wait, where's the C?
Fantasy. It's both a C.
It's not fantasy.
What is it?
It's
Fantasy.
fantasy.
Yeah,
F-A-N-T-A-C.
fantasy.
You don't spell
No,
fantasy with a C.
FANTASY.
I'm sorry. You don't spell fantasy with a C.
Wait, no, you're right.
Fantakey.
Oh no.
No, you just thought it was fantasy with a C because it says C at the end. That you spell with your ears.
You could
I'm
do
the opposite.
that, and then the C could just stand for cunt.
Fantacunt. Fantacunt.
FANTASYS. Anime Club. Thought I'd try something a little catchy.
You need some new stuff, man.
Well, alright, fine. What's up, faggots? How's that?
That's clean.
You like that, idiots?
I do.
We need to get some.
Alright. Well, Russell, we did light the turkey.
It's on fire right now.
We kind of burnt it. It doesn't taste that good.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. Alright,
It
well.
was pregnant, too.
Even better. I do like, never mind. I'm Mocha Fantasy.
I'm Jackie Gray.
The Axe Warrior.
And could you not have said it more boring, David?
The Axe Warrior. Is that more boring?
The Axe.
The Axe Warrior, bitch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
And this is my anime club.
Only yours.
His anime
Because
club.
yes.
Why, yes.
Because why,
yes.
C-U-Z.
And currently we're watching Steins Gate. Episodes 6 through 10. You don't like it? Oh yeah, you caught up?
Yes.
You didn't watch episode 10, did you?
No.
David said she hasn't watched any.
Well, he watched like one, right?
What?
You watched.
I
one,
have
right?
watched more than one.
Oh.
Did you watch more than 2?
Yes.
You just didn't watch 10.
No.
Oh, I thought. Oh.
He called you a liar.
What? I thought you told. He told me that you told him you watched it all, and you didn't.
No.
What?
Yeah, you.
I showed you the text. The text said that he needs
Yeah.
to finish episode 10.
Who's lying?
Oh.
Dave Chappelle.
Well, you were under the impression he watched it all.
No.
At least you weren't
from
under
the
the impression.
from the entire time I knew he watched everything but episode 10. Because he texted me. Exhibit text.
It's like shooting those texts back in time, you know what I'm saying?
Well.
Yeah, so we're going to explore emotions of goodness, of development,
My goodness.
boredom, revelation.
Confusion,
Hey, man!
Fun.
misunderstanding.
Hey, man! I'm sorry your brain is not on the same level.
It's
as
the more
ours.
eloquent type.
I think David just pretends to understand.
At least I don't pretend I understand it.
Oh, here's a good emotion. The fear of change out of one's control.
That's a good emotion right there. Not for me, but it's a good emotion.
Dude.
Oh, Lee. What are you doing, Lee? She didn't watch the episode.
You have lost your privilege.
You don't get no privilege.
in this club.
There's no extra privilege for Lee. She don't get
cast
she doesn't
into
get the white privilege. Now she gets
No.
black privilege.
which is no privilege.
Send you some chicken.
Equivalence to no privilege.
As a refund for all your hard efforts maintaining your white privilege.
All right.
So what we do on this anime club, if you haven't caught on by now, is that we watch anime together every Monday night at 6 p.m. Stuff that you suggest, which no one suggested Steins Gate. We needed a break from your shitty ass suggestions.
This is very true.
Yeah.
And
This
we're
is
having a
so
damn
true.
good time too. Watching Erased on the weekday.
Erased
Wednesdays.
is the best anime I've ever seen in my life, besides Death Note.
I agree. Speaking of things, best movies of the year so far: Greatest Showman, Tomb Raider, and Ready Player One.
I didn't know you
Really?
saw Showman.
I've only
Yeah.
seen Showman. I haven't seen the other two.
It looked boring. I didn't want to see it.
I still
It's not-
want to
is
see.
it good?
It's
Wait,
good.
Player
Well,
One?
you might not like it. It has a lot of music and love.
Ready Player One?
I'm
Ready
not-
Player One was
Or wait,
amazing.
is he talking about Showman?
I'm talking about Showman.
Showman was a really freaking good
It
movie.
looked like a boring musical.
I made love
Well, I
watching
do-
that movie.
I do love musicals.
Do you?
I
do.
did not know that. I hate
High
You know
School
what? I love
Musical
to be
was like my
surprised.
favorite
Honestly.
Disney Channel movie when it came out when I was young.
Yeah.
I remember we watched that. That was a horrible.
That when we watched it the second time, that was pretty bad.
Oh, you did watched it.
We did watch it. And we were like hanging out and we were super tired. Like, what are we doing? And I was like, let's watch.
High School
You,
Musical.
no, yeah, this always generally happens. Every time he would come over to our house, he was like, "Man, what do we do? I'm so bored." And then he'd like stand up, throw off his shirt in the middle of the room, like, "Let's behold the glory of a High School Musical from the good old days, the '90s."
I don't
Such
remember
as
that.
where I was from.
90s?
Oh wait, no, that was 2000, early 2000s.
No, it was like 2007 or 8.
Wow, time. Who
It's the
cares?
start of something new. Da 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 shma, ha da shma da.
Yeah.
All
I could never
in
get-
Oh my
this
God.
together.
Because we know that we are, and
That's
we're
all
all
I know.
stars.
The
And
faults
we
in my
and we
star.
see it, and we see it.
You know, I'm glad you can enjoy musicals. I was never able to get behind him because whenever the song would come on, I felt like we had just completely halted the progression of the story until the song was over, and then now we can continue.
But the
story.
song
No,
is
what's-
the story.
What's
I
good?
never felt that way. I felt like
What's
we were just
good-
taking a minute to sing a song while we do some mundane
The
task.
song is the scene.
What's
though.
good about the fucking what's it called? Greatest Showman is like it's not like every other musical where you feel bombarded with music every like 5 seconds. They have time for the regular speech.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it is.
Felt like a normal musical to me.
Yeah, I mean,
Uncultured swine.
he likes musicals.
I don't even know what to
He's
say
as
to
cultured
that.
as you can get. I mean, you know, there's like less miserables, or however you pronounce it.
Les Miserables.
Miserable, whatever. Yeah, where the whole entire script is sung. Anyway. it's
Yeah,
just-
it wasn't like that.
No, it was good.
That's probably the only movie like that, honestly.
Maybe.
So
Subgenre.
yeah, how's everybody doing?
I'm doing
I'm
good,
doing
actually.
pretty good. Dude, I'm so ready for Avengers this month.
I'm doing good for once.
Oh.
Oh, Avengers this month?
I'm gonna try to see Black Panther matinee like this
Oh
week.
gosh, gotta catch up
this
already.
freaking week, man.
Oh, it's still in theaters.
Still gotta see Spider-Man 2.
I wanna-
Baby up the ass.
Wow.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
I
was
still
good.
need-
Oh my gosh, you haven't seen Spider-Man.
I haven't seen Spider-Man. I haven't seen Black Panther.
Oh.
I'm getting on it, man. Don't judge me.
God!
How's everyone in the chat doing? Russell, Lee.
Russell Lee.
Tell me how you're doing, Lee.
I hope everyone's up to date with the anime, except
Except
Lee.
for Lee.
Because that's how you have your Mocha membership right there. You gotta be watching anime.
That's it. That's all you
You
gotta
can't get
do,
a
man.
Mocha membership. You can't upgrade to extra privilege.
Y'all like watching anime anyway.
They're bigger weeaboos than we ever could be. Or we could ever be. These goofs watch show bits and Fruits Basket for
You
enjoyment.
say that like an insult.
Oh man.
I mean, they enjoy that when they don't have to. I mean, they watch it when they don't even have to.
Ready Player One was so good. I've watched that movie twice in 2 days.
It was really good, huh?
I first saw it with Alex, on Friday night, and then I went back Saturday.
Ready Player One?
Yeah. I watched that in Dolby.
How was it? I know you said it was
so good.
What exactly even is it? It's like just
There's too many
some
people
guy
on the
goes in
planet,
the-
so they all migrate to the internet.
how's that gonna help?
That
with
doesn't make a lot of sense.
VR. It's
Okay,
like
sure.
it's like they made.
Well,
a
their
movie.
bodies are
No,
still there though.
It's like they made a
that's
movie
why
about
he's
VR
stupid.
chat.
Yes, that is true. It is a VR chat. Basically, the world is such utter shit that people stopped caring about anything and they just sit in their trailers and just play VR all day. That's what it is.
Well, what do they do for like? I
Not
guess
too
they
far
eat.
from
They
the
just eat
future.
junk. They just eat shit.
Yeah, junk food.
Oh,
It's not too far from the truth, honestly.
interesting. So the real world is like a mess, and
Yeah.
everyone just goes into VR. Huh.
Pretty much, and everyone's addicted to VR. They even make jokes in there where it's like he went into his apartment and we haven't seen him for 3 days
You.
because
Oh,
all he
man.
because all he did was
So basically, it's VR chat, the movie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
but a lot more epic. VR chat meets Willy Wonka meets the Matrix.
Wow, that's cool.
meets
That sounds cool. That's what they. I remember from the trailers that they had Iron Giant in there. I was like, oh.
Iron Giant has a giant role in that movie.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, he's in it. He is in it.
Wow, that's cool.
That's cool.
Any other
Huh?
sneak peek
Dude.
characters in there from
Dude,
stuff?
I can't even list them all.
We're trying to
Dude.
talk about the anime that we're stuck
Yeah.
watching.
No, man, I keep going to Sonic first, but Sonic was in it.
Hey!
You have Master Chief, of course, Iron Giant.
Oh, that's
Are you
so
serious?
cool.
Yeah, you have like every single
Going down for Halo 3 after this?
Oh, dude, you wouldn't want, you're not gonna play Halo 3 at that snow level. You walk 5 feet, you
Yes.
die. They had all the characters from Mortal Kombat in it.
What?
Oh my gosh, that's sick.
Well, a lot. I never played Mortal Kombat, so they had a lot of them in there.
Fast.
At least two. They've got emojis in it.
Like you went from they had all the characters.
Two.
At least 2.
At least 2 of the 3. That's cool.
Yeah, what I loved about it is that the evil villains were pretty much Ubisoft and EA, just big video game corporate overlords that want to own Oasis so they could put ads in it and put microtransactions in it, and
That's
they were
funny.
vilified so hard. It was amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah, power to the players.
Political statement film.
I wouldn't say it was political, but yeah, no, it was. And then the main character, she was so hot. Well, not her
the
person, but her
anime.
avatar.
Avatar, yeah.
She looked like a
Oh.
porcupine
She did.
fish.
She looked like she was.
No, not a porcupine fish. What are those fish that have the porkies on them? The spikes on
Zebrafish?
them. No, they're like blowfish. Or the ones that have the spikes on them.
Yeah,
she
the
looked,
pufferfish.
Pufferfish. She was a pufferfish. She was a hot, sexy pufferfish.
She looks. Oh, I think you're talking about that real person. Her not avatar self looks like she.
Well, I mean,
ate something
she didn't look like an
she-
actual ugly video game nerd. I mean, she was average. They made it like, oh, are you disappointed in my looks? And I'm like, this is an attractive young woman. She got poop on her face because she got a birth. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
What? Scale
What?
that back a little bit.
I have a birthmark. I will have you know.
Not on your face.
I'm offended. How? My nipples are getting hard. I'm so offended.
Yeah, but it's just stupid. They're like, oh, you think I'm ugly? He's like, no, I'm in love with you. Nah, the love story was stupid. They could have kept that out. That was garbage.
Yeah,
but my
never-
favorite.
never included
Oh,
a
guys,
love
I'm so
story.
glad you're. See, I wanted to talk about Player One with you before the stream.
Oh, yeah,
like,
we
but
didn't
you
have
guys
time.
took so damn long to get
But
here.
we get it now.
But my favorite part in the whole movie, the reason why I went back and saw it was in the club when they were dancing and in the commercial you see them floating around and stuff.
Right.
No spoilers. I'm gonna leave out certain parts of that conversation that you will. But the one line, and it makes perfect sense. He pretty much told her that he was in love with her, and then she was like, "You're not in love with me." And she said, "You see what I want you to see, and you know what I want you to know. Basically, you hear what I want you to hear."
Wow.
And I was like,
That's
"That's
exactly
a real
what they
woman.
do.
That's a true woman
Finally
right there."
being honest. Wow.
Like, dude, she spoke the truth right there, and he's so stupid. He fell for it, and he still falls for it even after that.
What a dumb guy.
But no, her avatar was hot though.
Oh man, I want
Dude.
to see it.
Aliens are just so much more attractive than humans.
Yes.
Depending on
There's
the
a fucking
species.
truck outside. That's so fucking loud. All right, well, you all know how to become a member. You
Yep.
just gotta watch and keep up weekly. with the anime, and chat weekly in the chat. And then you're a Mocha member, and your animes can be on a list now when you suggest them in the chat. Lily, it was not a straight love story. You shut the F up. It survived just despite of that crappy love story in there.
Did she sing the whole movie?
Yeah,
So it was
she
ruined? Oh.
I am triggered. That was... that could have been... the only thing they left out was lag in video games. And,
that would have been so amazing.
And trolls. They didn't put everything... Every other video
Everyone
game
got
reference was in
along?
there. Yeah, pretty much.
That is so...
That's not realistic at all.
Well...
And hackers.
Hackers
In there?
They kind of hacked a little bit, but it wasn't like
Freaking hacker.
like, you know, kill aimbots or whatever or something like that.
Whoa.
No.
When it was
But they should have had like people running into walls like, with lag.
Yeah, that was so funny. Oh, that would have been a great joke.
Or like in the beginning race, like Alex was talking about, like in GTA racing, everybody, like there would have been cars that just drove into each other at the very beginning, and there would have just been a pile up, and everybody like, what the F? But no, everyone played the game as it was meant to be played, funny. So that was
that's too bad.
Garbage. They did talk about campers and stuff. That was funny. Anyway,
I think that's called a nipple.
I have a light birthmark on my left boob. Yes.
I think that's what the point is.
I
think she was making a
nipple.
joke.
Anyway.
Born and grown hair.
What?
Ew.
Oh.
Why would you just go to that?
Yeah, because maybe it's not a nipple.
You never know, you know?
That's gross.
That is gross.
Alright, so 16 minutes in, let's get into the anime and the episodes here. Steins Gate. The most confusing anime I've ever watched in my life. Are you understand? You feel like you understand, David?
I still am not confused. I think I think I get it.
You, James?
I'm probably not gonna say much because I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
So you really understand what's going on?
I think I got a pretty good. I mean, it could blow my mind later, but I'm not confused at all. I feel like I'm following it. Okay.
Yeah, I think I could say that. I guess. All right, so we got some new characters in these next few episodes. Who's new? Is it Kiru, the brown-haired girl looking for the IBM computer?
Well, we already met her though.
She's not new. So
I think we
not new, but like characters that get involved with the story.
Time.
We may have. I think we've been introduced to everyone already, but the characters that are actually like in the story now is Cairo or Kiru, and then Akiha, the Nyan Nyan girl, Faris. Yeah, the Nyan Nyan girl. Faris.
Neon?
Nyan Nyan. Like a cow. Nyan.
Now I'm thinking about the neon cat.
Faris.
That's why they call it because it's Nyan cat. It's not neon cat. It's Nyan cat.
Oh, you're talking about the maid cafe girl?
Or is it Neon cat?
Oh no, it's with an A. It's Nyan.
Yeah, it's Nyan cat. It's not neon cat. It's Nyan Nyan cat or Nyan cat.
And
that's how the Japanese say the cat noise. They go,
they don't say meow. Whack. So weird. I mean, a Nyan actually sounds more like a meow. Anyway, but
and then you have Ruka, who has gender dysphoria, and then of course CERN, the evil organization.
CERN.
So let's get into this. Episode 6.
Oh, that's sounding so good.
The first emotions I had. Oh, by the way, guys, sounds like that guy who talked to Obi-Wan in the restaurant in episode 2.
Obi-Wan. Oh yeah, Obi-Wan.
It's good to see you.
How's the old whatever? I don't know.
What dude? Okay,
I do for you?
An update though with my notes. I actually added this time actual story plot points. Like all the notes I have that are in bold is the different times that the story like advanced forward.
All right, a different format.
So I have my little notes in here that is what I think, and then I just have the bold ones that are just like oh, the satellite fell, or you know it's been a week since the satellite fell. So it's just basic story stuff. That way for those of you who are stupid and aren't watching the anime and don't know the story, we're gonna tell you the story as it advances, plot by plot, or moment by moment, or development by development, and it's gonna be a good time. Yeah, so let's get into it. So, episode 6, it's been a week since the satellite fell. And we also, this is the one where they come up with a name for the D-mail.
Oh,
and,
yes.
Amane admits to Okabe that she's never met Chris before now, so that develops. What else? Oh, and then Kiru comes in and wants the IBM computer. So that's what happens in episode 1. But 20 seconds in, just right off the bat, I was just like, oh wait, gotta get the slides here. Boobs.
Oh, yeah.
The boobs. Look at them, the boobs.
I remember.
I don't.
It was Daru was like, oh.
Yeah. Some
God.
episode he was going crazy over her. She's pretty hot though. I gotta admit, I like
Incredibly.
that belt, little finish line. You know.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'll
very
finish.
shapely.
You know.
And then, so this girl right here, she is pretty weird though because
retarded.
all she does is text. Yeah, she
She's
kind of does
retarded.
seem a little autistic. Not
I don't
gonna
think
lie.
she knows how to talk.
Well, she speaks.
Or maybe she's been abused.
Maybe.
Oh. Probably. Well, that would explain why when Okari tried to grab her phone, she's like, out.
Or she's from the future like Amane, and all
That's-
the future is just texting people because nobody wants to talk to each other.
That makes sense.
social commentary,
That's relatable. Actually.
predicting the future.
Kind of relatable.
Yeah.
I would too.
Well, yeah, maybe she's in the future, but maybe not as far as what's the ninja girl?
Amane?
Amane, because Amane is obviously from a dystopian future where they don't even have fireworks or
Which one's
television or
Amane?
anything.
Amane is the part timer.
The redhead?
No, that's Chris.
Christine.
Oh, she's
not
with the
Italian.
pigtails? Pigtail one?
What?
I just
The
like
pigtail one?
2 pigtails.
I don't
Yeah.
think those are called pigtails.
Brown, yep.
She's from the future?
That's what we were assuming.
It's pretty obvious that she's from the future because
What?
she's constantly saying stuff like, well, she hasn't done anything yet.
Mhm.
And
Or
fireworks? What's
you've
that?
been brainwashed by the microchips.
She like thought that Okari had been brainwashed and was like freaking out. So clearly she's from like a dystopian end times microchip hypnotism world.
Mm-hmm. Got it?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so okay. So this happens quite often where
Yeah, her.
Okabe,
I hate that
Okabe
fat guy.
was
I like
what?
that.
Daru's
He's
awesome,
not- yeah.
dude.
The hack. Hackman.
Dude, Okabe is awesome.
He's great.
I don't know. He kind of reminds me of Noah.
He always
Segovia.
wants
does
the
look like
Yuri to
this.
happen.
He's what?
He wants the Yuri to happen. Gotta love people like that.
No, what?
The Yuri
Between who?
between Mayu and Ruka. Well, that's not Yuri, but with Mayu and Chris more specifically.
Yeah, he does sometimes make comments on that. But by the way, I'm glad we're on the slide here. I don't know if I just
What, all episodes Watchida?
I think he's
All episodes
autistic.
Watchida.
No, okay.
my membership.
All episodes Watchida.
Watch
Sounds like David.
Keeping my membership. What? Ship.
I don't do that.
Yes, you
Keeping
do.
my membership.
Shippa? Memship? Maybe I do, but either way, for some reason,
All
I-
apps watched.
Or David, I know the one phrase you do say is like best episode ever.
Ever
yeah.
made.
That's it, ever made. Yeah. See, it's you.
Yeah, okay. I'll take that one. But yeah, I don't know. This set of episodes, I was much more aware. I noticed how he was constantly talking to people that weren't there. But you were saying he's been doing that from the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why. It wasn't until this episode that I started noticing that.
He never talks to anybody on his phone.
Yeah, he texts people.
Who?
But when it's actually Okari, the main character,
Mhm.
Oh.
when it's actually a phone call, he's like pretend. And later we find out he was just pretending, and he knows it. Because remember,
Yeah.
Mayu's like, "That's not right. That's not something creative that you would come up with." And then he's like, "How about this?" And then he does a little operation.
Yeah, I think it's almost like an OCD or a nervous tick thing where when he talks to himself, he's got to do it over the phone. Kind of like an autistic. Everyone's
Maybe
autistic.
he's recording what he says.
No, you're thinking too much into it.
Well,
you know.
I agree. I think it's just he talks to himself aloud.
If he's recording it, he's leaving notes for himself in the future.
Right. And I think that if he's just talking to himself and he does it aloud, and to not look weird, maybe he brings his phone out. I don't know. Either way.
And then I gotta say that
she is so freaking annoying.
What?
I hate that every single time she has a freaking
By the way,
it's like, I know you're in the room. Shut up. God.
James, she's not Chi. It's not Chi.
It's freaking
You're getting
dumb.
PTSD.
Yes.
You called her Chi.
I'm so scarred. I don't like people that have little doo-doo-doos.
Yeah, it's silly. It's a silly, dumb thing. It didn't bother me too much.
Every time you walk in the room, like,
that's actually true. I was about to say that it was so cute that she goes do all the time.
Nah.
I find it more cute than Chi.
Yeah, I mean, more specifically, it's just cuter than Chi. But I like it. I like it.
It took me a while to warm up to that, just because after Chobits and those animes with those stupid tropes that just repeat themselves over and over, it kind of reminded me of that.
Well, look, at least she's not the main character.
Yeah.
If she was a main character, I'd probably be annoyed.
That would be really annoying. Like, even when she's on the phone, she's like, doop-a-doo.
It's doop-a-doo.
Yeah, not doop-a-doo.
I don't give a heck.
It's like, brain fart. Damn it. Fucking hate when that happens. That's the sound it makes, too. Slowly just... It just, like, blows out.
You gotta, like, edit that, take a video.
Andy, there we go, like Andy Bernard from The Office. Roo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
It's like that video. They were all doing it. Remember, you did that video and they were, like, all doing it or something? It was the Terminator theme.
That sounds amazing. I want to see that sometime. That sounds amazing.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, you looked it up last time I was here.
You did?
He was in like this room full of people, and they were like, "There's nothing." And then Terminator was like, "What?"
That's so funny.
I don't remember that.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, it's so funny.
Anyway, yeah. No, but it's like Andy. Do. Not do boo boo.
Alright, whatever.
Yeah, it's not important.
At 4 minutes in, we get another opportunity to see Amane interact with Chris. But this time, I wanted to note that she looks sad this time. Like, concerned. Like, she's not ready to whoop her ass. She's just there concerned about something. I don't know what it is.
I thought she was just giving her the stink eye again, just you. That's how I took it.
Huh?
What?
I just took it as her. I mean, she didn't full on like pull a sword out or a weapon.
Does she have weapons? Where has she had weapons?
Well,
no,
last time she had a. I didn't know who to go first, but I guess I'll go first. She had a like that stick thing that you used to pull down the shed. It's like a crowbar thing with a hook at the end.
But that's for her job.
Yeah, and she used it as a weapon. She was like.
What?
Well, she was going to.
Yeah, she was gonna slap Chris across the face with that thing. And
all I'm saying is, I think maybe she's realizing not to make herself too obvious, so she's.
No.
I think she's concerned.
I don't think she's not trying to be as obvious. I just think she's realizing that Chris has no idea that she's gonna do something terrible to Amane. So she's being more compassionate,
more empathetic.
Empathetic, yeah, compassionate. That's what I think is happening there.
Could be.
And then at 6 minutes in, at 7 minutes in, they start to fight over the name because they find out that you can send text messages back in time, and they don't know what to call it, like the nostalgia drive or whatever other name they did. But they decided on D-mail at this point, so that's what henceforth we'll be calling it D-mail.
Yes.
They try to replicate sending the text to the past and put the banana in.
Stick it in.
Stick it in. But anyway, they've got it.
Did he like take off the door for the microwave?
Yes.
Why?
Because it made it work.
It helped.
Yeah, they said that the only way that it works is with the door open.
I forgot about that.
Whack.
Yeah. I agree with Daru here.
3D as in not one of his.
Yeah.
Not one of his waifus.
Sexy 3D girl.
Oh,
Dude, Kiru is pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Seriously, yeah.
I don't have much to say about that.
No.
This anime, it's hard to extrapolate some interesting things to talk about because it's just so good. You just talk about the anime, you know? And then at, what is this? At 14 minutes in, Amane admits to Okabe that she's never met Chris before now. So now we know that she's got to be from the future.
It's abundantly clear, yeah.
And then, previously, Kiru asked if Okabe had his phone with him. That was when Daru was saying that he was like she was sexy or whatever. And it's like, why didn't she just ask him there? She was trying to text him. That's why she wasn't talking, and she was just texting him. And he was like, "What are you doing? Like, why won't you talk? Like, you're trying to introduce him to Daru, but
yeah,
she won't talk, and so we don't know why, but she won't."
Yeah. Well, and she claims it's easier to just send texts.
That's what she said?
In the dub, she said that. She was like, it's just easier.
What?
And then that's...
I may have missed it.
Oh. Yeah. That's what she claimed. Like, he opens the door, and he's like, I'm right. And he opens it, and then she's like... Like, he just goes to her phone for seconds again, and he's starting to get irritated. He's like, I'm right here. Just speak to me. She's like, well, it's easier. It's easier.
It is not.
It takes more time. Yeah. Maybe it's easier for her in the sense that she gets less anxious. She's probably has a lot of anxiety or something. That's what she seems like.
Yeah.
Social anxiety.
Chris, at 15 minutes, Chris does experiments to find out how the D-mail works. So I was making the note here that the microwave not only teleports what's inside, but it also sends messages back. So it can send messages back in time, but it teleports things. I guess it's teleporting the message, isn't it? But it's just different because they're radio waves, so it's easier to teleport radio waves.
Right. Yeah. Something about the fact that it's not a physical object makes it easier to do.
Yeah, if you were to, because radio waves can fit through
anything, right?
Those tight wormholes.
Those are my favorite kind of wormholes.
Tight ones. But anyway, yeah, the radio waves, they're not solid, so they can fit through easier.
And then Akabe had a dream about falling through a black hole. What does that even mean?
That was weird.
And it had this whole discussion, or what do you call it when it's like, it's a dialogue, it's a monologue, it's a dream. Someone was talking to him in his dream about falling through the event horizon and going into black holes, and that here space and time are switched, and you don't travel through space, but you travel through time. And then she was like, 1 second for you is an eternity for me. But it was like someone was talking to him. Who was that? I
almost want to say the voice sounded like Christina. I mean, probably not. Who knows?
Christina?
I thought it sounded like her. It's been a while. I barely remember that scene. It was so weird. I kind of couldn't hold on to it very well. But I remember thinking, that sounds like Christina.
I have no comment.
Could be a divine being.
Dude, something smells like F in here. You fart? No, I knew it. Dude, at first I was like, dude, something smells like puke in here a little bit. And then I'm smelling, and it's just, this is not good.
Our reminders aren't playing? What?
I don't know what that means.
Whatever that means.
What's a reminder?
That
yum.
Okay. I find it interesting that the current plot has us focused on cell phones and text messages through time, while Kiru only texts. It kind of keeps with the theme of things, no?
That's a good point, yeah.
Because it's all about text messages and cell phones, and so they make a character. They make a character who revolves around only sending text messages.
Yep.
I think the characters are so interesting in this anime.
They are. I mean, they're so much.
Maybe
I
it's
mean,
these.
that makes her interesting.
Her boobs?
No, I
What?
mean the reminder. She says it feels naked without them. Are these on the stream?
Or what on the stream?
Yeah.
Oh.
The slides?
Yeah, the slide.
The slides are not reminders. Don't even worry. He's done. Not smart.
Oh gosh. Anyway, yep, I agree with that. Very.
They're probably
interesting.
talking about my promo slides, these ones, but they yeah,
There
those
we go.
ones, but they come on every like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I
mean,
were we?
Oh, just the characters are really interesting.
Oh, and
They're
then
n-
I'm wondering, is it significant that she text messages?
Yeah, like maybe she wants everything she says to be documented. Maybe
That'd be weird.
Maybe
I was just saying in terms of
the time travel thing.
yes, because she texts so much.
Yeah, and
Because
she's
what if she's like the saving grace and she looks at her text messages all the time, like they send her a message specifically because like she's the only one that would have read it or something crazy like that, you know?
she's more likely to read it. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably gonna lead up to something. I don't have too much to say on that. I just think she's weird. She doesn't know how to communicate, or she's scared too because the future she's from is very bad.
Right. So he lets her in, and 21 minutes into the anime, he lets Kiru. Is it Kiru?
Who?
Kiru, the text lady. It's Kiru, right?
Oh, yeah, K, something with a K.
So Kiru, as everyone walks in, he's trying to keep the time machine a secret. She wants to borrow the IBM computer, or at least look at it. He's trying to keep it a secret from everybody, or from her, from everybody really, but from her. And then everybody keeps walking in. Mayu walks in and is like, "Can I use a microwave before you make her Kara age?" Or what? I don't know what Kara age even means.
Oh, you weird, yeah.
I'm assuming
She just-
make her young or something. And then Chris comes in and is like, yeah, about an idea about a time machine, blah, blah. And he's like, you guys need to shut the F up. Just someone, and nobody cares. They don't care. This is life and death technology, man. This is the future. This is a time machine.
Yeah, they're not really taking it seriously. They start too later, though.
That does, now that I think about it, that is kind of bugging, huh? That does kind of bug me
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, especially, like, when they're all like, I want this, like, people start just asking for favors. Oh, I want a new phone. I want to be a girl. I want this, I want that. And it's starting to make some pretty drastic changes, and it's getting pretty, like, ooh, dangerous. I love, by the way, how the last episode that we watched, it ends with the scene of a butterfly. I was like, oh.
It's a butterfly, because of the butterfly effect.
Just for a split second. All right.
And then Kiru texts Okabe and says, it can't be FB. It can't be FB. What does that even mean? What's FB? He doesn't even know.
Oh, shoot.
He's so rattled and scared that he makes her lab member number 5.
Yeah, he keeps making people lab members. It's like 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so now she's number 5, right? 005.
Yeah.
005. I love when he finally gets to 007. I'm like, 007. We finally got to 007.
That's stupid.
It's clearly based off James Bond.
It is not based off James Bond.
00 something. All of the James Bond agents are 00 something.
Okay, you have a point.
That's a lot to say. I
When
guess.
can you get on, Retro? What are you talking about?
Oops.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that.
Oh,
God!
That's pretty bad.
No!
Woo. Damn.
I don't smell nothing.
Technical difficulties!
I don't smell anything.
Technical difficulties.
I'm okay.
You're gonna have to continue the show, David. James, no!
Well. Did we finish this slide here?
That was a spicy meatball.
Really raunchy.
Yeah,
Gross.
we finished that slide.
Alright.
Good lord, that was one of the worst things.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, which text was this that they're sending?
I don't know, man. Don't ask me.
Was this...
They weren't sending.
Ooh.
Oh, look at the notes.
Whoa. That smells weird.
Oof. How do I know what episode we're on
Such
here?
a smelly spud. We just went to episode 7.
Okay.
Oh. They ripped the door off the microwave. They do more experiments.
Wow.
Okiru.
Dude, your nose might be malfunctioning, man. I don't smell nothing.
Oh, this is the lottery. I thought they had already done that.
No.
It's that much later?
I already explained. Well, yeah.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
All right. So in episode 7, they modify the microwave and they decide to send a text message to the past in order to prove that their time machine works.
And to alter the
And he ends up getting in touch with John Titor at the end of this episode. So that's what we're dealing with right now. In this episode, I felt feelings of clarity, revelation, surprise, and shock. What about you guys?
Man, I don't fucking know.
Just intrigue.
I felt bored. I felt lost. Felt like I didn't know what was going on.
Is that stink gone? I'll try not to fart again. I didn't think it would smell so bad. Oh man.
He just left the room.
Wow! Jeez, I thought something electrocuted. I did not see you come in with that thing, man. That was fast.
Dude, that was.
No, I get it in here.
Stop!
No, it's helping.
No, it's helping. Ugh, God. Dude, that smells terrible.
Spray my seat.
Yeah.
Spray my seat.
Spray his ass.
Fucking. It's the Febreze scent is air.
That does
Smells
not
like shit.
That doesn't smell
It's like a
air.
fresh. It's a fresh
Don't
field.
cough on me.
I guess I can kind of smell that. Yeah,
Like
kind of
air?
kind of airy.
Like a nature's air.
That smells like
It does smell like a nice little meadow.
someone just
Yeah.
punched you in the face with the freaking laundry soap.
I like it.
I could already just imagine Bambi's parents dead.
Oh man. It always has to be something bad. Something sad. Something glum. Anyway,
That
so they
makes
sent
me happy.
the lottery numbers back. That's where we are here.
So I was wondering why do they need to have the door open? Is that so that the microwaves could like come out and interact with the phone?
I guess so. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Or because there's
I didn't really see a point to it. I don't know why he did that.
maybe it makes it easier.
Well, it makes it work,
It
but we
makes
don't
it-
know why it works.
Like, it shoots the electricity all over the place and makes everything louder.
The electricity always shoots all over the place.
Yeah. I think I know. Oh, duh. It's just because the phone isn't inside the microwave. Like everything else, like the bananas were. So it needs the door needs to be open.
That's exactly what I just said.
Oh. Well, yeah.
And at this point in the anime, I just have no idea what's going on. I'm so confused.
That's me the entire anime. I don't know whatever.
I
was
don't
going
get
on.
it. I don't get it.
That's his cameo in the show.
I mean, I
They
get it
put him
now, but at this time I was so confused.
in.
Pretended like I knew what was happening.
Mm.
All right, so this is a funny part. 3 minutes into the anime, they were looking for Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, if they're out, you look until you find some.
Yeah.
That's what it means to be a Dr. Pepperian.
Pepperian. Yeah.
Nick's back, Vert the Furk.
What? What is a furk?
Let's see. Okay, so they have a roundtable meeting about how to change the past. Starting to discuss, and they figure out to do the lottery and stuff. And then during the meeting, Kiru is so stupid. She keeps texting him during the meeting, asking questions.
Right.
in the
He's
meeting.
trying to speak.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to talk, and his phone keeps vibrating.
It's funny. Oh right, and then like she's gone, and she's like, "You said I could borrow, or you didn't." I assumed that you're by not saying anything, you meant yes, so I just took it.
Dude, that smell give me a headache.
Really? Put your face
Yes.
against the window. That smell better?
Yeah.
That was one of the Most gut-wrenching moans you've ever made.
It came from the guts, so it should have.
Okay, so now I was confused about this. Is that if they change the past with a text, the world line will split and they won't be affected, right?
What?
Say it again.
If they change the past with a text, the world line will split and they won't be affected. Because now
right.
This is a question I had in the notes now, but I know now why.
Oh, what? What?
But they are affected because the entire single reality changes world lines. Thus, they are the same them now as they were before the split.
Yeah, it just makes a duplicate.
See,
with different...
no.
What?
It does not make a duplicate. Yes, Retro, it is a porn star name.
Really?
Pornhub. Huh?
Really?
Yes.
That was
I was
actually the
unaware
point of it.
That's
yeah.
the very first face reveal of my career, if I tell you what.
Oh,
I run a little.
We don't need to know about that.
I wanted.
No, because the world line, it doesn't duplicate. It jumps lines. Like it
So there are a lot of lines that are already existing, and it just
No, they're
hops.
not already existing. A new line is created.
Right,
And
so
the
a
whole
copy
world moves.
to a new line. What about the previous
But
line?
it's the same reality. The previous line is gone. No more exists.
What?
It's a whole new line.
Whoa!
It's a whole new line.
So it's not making copies. There's just one world line that's jumping around.
Yeah,
all the
there's
time as
one
it changes.
reality.
Why doesn't it even need to jump? What's the point of even having a new line being created? Well, I guess because it was like you were saying, it's like a tree and it just branches. It kind of. Why do they even need that convoluted mechanic then? If it's just the same line, it's not like you're making a new one. Why do we need this convoluted branch system that the Steins Gate is using?
No, I'm trying to. I knew I had this at the end. At the end of watching the 10 episodes, I knew I felt like I figured it out. But no, I know that it's one world and it's one reality. And it's when they make a decision in the past, the world will jump a line, but it's the same reality. It's the same people. They're not duplicated. You can't jump to a different reality. It's all one reality, but the world lines are just a way to track and explain how the world splits. It's not really, there's no such thing as other world lines.
Oh.
That's just a way that we interpret it, but I think there's only one reality. And when they change the past, everybody jumps to a new line, but everybody jumps together to a new line.
And usually, Okari is the only one who can remember the
Yeah.
what the world was like.
Yes.
Okay,
Got it, James?
that makes it a lot more simple.
Huh?
He's got it.
Okay.
All right. So Akabe then sends the text message back in time with the lottery winning numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So now at this moment, it looks like he went back 5 minutes before they even decided to do the experiment, and he's completely confused. He just had dizziness, and he felt like he had a fever, and he was like, what the fuck?
Right.
And so Ruka comes in the room and says that she did the wrong lottery numbers, which I had thought that because they jumped world lines that the lottery numbers changed, but I think she just put in the wrong numbers. Right?
Yeah, that was it.
She just accidentally put in the wrong numbers.
Well, he's a he at this point in time.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, he
Ruka.
messed up. He messed up, and he comes. He's like, "I'm sorry, I messed up."
Which one's Ruka?
Ruka is the dude who looks like a girl.
James apparently doesn't remember her.
I have
Him.
no memory of it.
You
He's such a
didn't watch
prominent
the episodes,
character.
did you?
I watched
You
one.
liar.
Wait.
What?
Wait. Was he in the
What?
Wait! Was he in the first episode?
He was.
Does it matter?
I mean,
I keep trying to
by
tell him he
one, I
worked.
mean, I watched the first episode, and I don't remember him.
I keep telling.
He was in all of them.
All of them.
He was a pretty prominent character. Yeah.
What the hell?
He wears girls' clothes. The whole thing about him is that he's attractive.
What's he look like?
No, I don't think I have a slide of him.
I'll look it up. Don't you worry.
He's got black hair and he wears girl clothes. What?
Oh, you don't have a...
No, because that's the address bar.
Mine does it.
Well, yours is different.
It
You're
is.
stupid. I set mine up to be normal.
Normal. Him.
That's a guy.
Yeah.
He's so elegant, but it's a guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's more beautiful than any woman.
Oh,
But he's a
yeah.
guy.
The epitome.
Oh, I remember now. Okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
epitome
yeah,
of feminine grace. A dude.
Hey, Wolf Dude, our favorite wolf.
Hey, yeah, our favorite, our only wolf.
Oh, Lee wants some link of my porn.
Well, that's kind of a little. You gotta work
I don't
hard
know,
to find
man.
it. It's that deep down in the internet.
Dark web.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want her seeing us doggy.
What about a doggy?
They don't need to see none of that.
Yeah,
that's for extra super duper privileges.
Extra super duper
Gold
privilege.
gold platinum privileges.
Gold platinum.
Gotta send nudes for that.
I don't know about that.
Is that how you do it? Anyway.
But only Okabe can remember that of the time swaps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you know what makes this interesting reviewing this in such an in-depth way? Is that unlike the other animes we've watched, like Chobits, Fruits Basket, Karen,
With
and
no
so forth,
substance, yeah.
it had no story at all. So it was all just speculation and retardedness and goofiness and sidetracking and shit like that. But this one, it has such a complex and intense story that all we can do is talk about. And also the sad thing too is the story develops so quickly and so amazingly fast and good that the notes that I write are irrelevant. Because I'm writing like, why is he the only one that remembers? But I know now because
That's
so
true.
I can't just read off my notes like authentically because it's like I know why. I know why you know? So we're gonna have to get used to doing this like professionals.
Yeah, I'd probably watch our next stupid anime.
Like Charlotte.
Oh yeah, that was apparently good, but so was Chobits. Chobits is also apparently good. Anyway.
Alright, so he's the only one that can remembers, and then Okabe at this point makes a joke that he's being brainwashed. Amane freaks out and checks his eyes for chips, although there are no chips, and I think that is one of the proof that she's from the future.
Yep.
Oh good lord. Retro, if you were kidnapped by me, that would be a dream come true.
That would be
For
the
both
real
of
fantasy,
us.
yes.
That would be an Olive Garden right there.
I'll give you unlimited breadsticks. So, he switched world lines by sending the text to the past, thus sending the wrong lotto numbers. I thought he sent the wrong lotto numbers. She just messed up. But why does he remember? Okabe wonders why he remembers. He doesn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And then, 19 minutes in, I thought that this was a very nice 5-minute break from the story. Because the story in Steins Gate is so intense. It's always throwing new information and new ideas and new theories at you so hard that you're like, what's going on? So it's nice when they take a nice little 5-minute break and they just focus on character development and they just hang out.
I like
you
that.
get to hang out with the characters.
Especially,
In episodes 6 through 10, they do that a lot more. You get a lot of alone time with the characters.
Especially the between Okari and Christina. I'm really liking that.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a love story developing with
for
that.
sure.
I don't mind it so much. It's not very forceful.
Yeah, it is a little cliche, I guess. Like they hate each other and then they fall in love, but whatever. I'm enjoying it.
But yeah, nice little story here. I like how her magazine says science-y. These things are science-y.
So sciencey.
But yeah, so that was good stuff. Do you remember what they talked about? It wasn't when she had an argument or anything. That was later.
He was, I think, freaking out because something had changed. No, I think he was talking to John Teeter. And John Teeter was telling him,
"Oh yeah,
you're gonna be the
savior,
our savior or something." And she was like snooping or whatever. He's like,
So he has a text with John Titer talking about the world lines being changed.
Yeah, he was concerned because he's like, wait, why do I remember? That's why he talked to John Teeter. He's like, hey, why do I remember that? Why? I'm not supposed to. Why is this happening?
And I feel like this also establishes that John Teeter is not Okabe because John Teeter is also shocked that Okabe has this power.
Yeah, I think he's probably... Again, I'm thinking it might be Christina's dad.
No, it's not. We already know who John Teeter's daughter is. Teeter.
John
Teeter's
John
daughter.
Teeter.
Wait, what? When did we find out who his daughter is?
Armane.
Oh.
She said her father is John. She literally said, my father is John Teeter.
No.
How
Yeah.
do you say that weird?
Because it's John
Teeter.
Because in Japanese they say John Teeter,
The
but
reason-
he says John Teeter in English, and I get it mixed up. all the
Yeah,
time.
that's the problem. That's because
John Teeter.
I'm watching dub, he's
Teeter.
watching sub, so we get confused
John
with pronunciation.
Teeter.
John Teeter.
John Potater.
I would love some
Tater
taters.
chip. I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess he is her dad. Huh.
Yep. And and then they talk about that about the divergence of 1%. So it's establishing that a 1% divergence of an original world line is something crazy will happen, like a singularity.
And the divergence is him remembering.
No.
What's the divergence again?
We don't know what lies beyond the divergence because John Teeter couldn't answer that question. They don't know what lies beyond that, but a divergence of more than 1%. So if you mess up the world line and it diverges more than 1%, though something catastrophic is going to happen.
Oh, right. And that's why near the end he's so concerned. He's like, you know what? We might be pushing it. We might be going past 1% here.
Yeah. So he's talking, but I think it's in a single change. I think is what it would be because people all throughout time are going in the past and changing stuff. Of course, you'd have a 1%. Oh my god!
Whoa.
No retro, no, no. Please do not.
He wants that white gold privilege, man. Gold platinum. My apologies.
Oh no. Yeah. So. John Teeter wants him to be a messiah.
Because he is the only one who can retain his memory.
Yeah, he's the one that has the what's it called? Reiner, the Steiner, Reader Steiner.
Oh gosh, yeah, the good lord.
I'll show you breadsticks. What are you doing,
What the
Retro?
heck?
Man, ain't nobody wants your
Please,
crusty,
no.
limp,
Ew.
unbaked breadsticks.
Yucky.
all that cheese.
What?
The Parmesan crusty ass cheese all over the old breadstick. I wanna see that
Ew.
nastiness.
We want to see baked to hot quality thick breadsticks. That's what we want.
Oven
With some
roasted.
olive oil drizzled over.
Oh
and
yeah,
some-
nice and
Some
nice and-
delicious cream sauce. What is it called?
Oh yeah, the
That-
dipping sauce.
The dipping sauce. That's
Whoa.
that's like sugar. It's like topping.
It's like Alfredo.
It's like frosting.
Alfredo sauce drizzled over the whole thing.
Oh gosh. And after that-
No. Thanksgiving breadstick toppings.
You know, I think that actually might just be a breadstick.
I really hope so.
We're not
I don't
gonna
wanna
cook it.
see-
What is that
No.
being sent through Skype?
It is Skype.
It is, yeah.
You're getting Skype messages.
Oh, good lord! Can I like never to be seen again? All right, moving on to episode 8.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, that's right.
episode 8, I felt feelings. Oh, let me tell you what episode 8 is about. Tyler wants him to be a messiah. They decide to do something that would obviously change the past. Kiru goes missing, and something changes, but Okabe doesn't know. He doesn't know what it is. I felt feelings of progressiveness. I felt progressive.
Wow.
I felt like timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, and experimental. Would you guys, what was your emotions?
Disturbance.
You don't even remember.
It's always hard for me to recap the episode.
How do you not
until-
remember, James? When did you watch these?
A while ago.
A while ago.
Ooh.
Did you watch? What, you watch it the day after the stream? Dude, James, you lying! James is lying. He hasn't watched any of them. You're right, David.
Well,
James, you liar!
watched the anime.
You liar!
Okay, here's what happened.
What
I didn't
happened?
watch 8 and 9 or 10. I watched 6 and 7.
But you said you just needed to watch episode 10.
That was the plan.
Don't you be lying to me, James. I'm gonna learn this ship, and you're going to get it up the ass.
Maybe I want that.
Well, then
It's
someone less pleasant.
that Annette you've been hanging out with, isn't it? She's been corrupting your mind.
What?
Spinning her web.
What the hell?
That was kind of weird.
Spinning her web and trapping your mind.
How, with what?
I
You
don't
notice
what I
James
mean
been
by
a little stupider lately? It's that Annette. Oh, now you don't got jokes, do you now, huh?
Well, you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Dick.
Dick? Your dick trying to get in her pussy. She won't let you, though.
Oh.
This is such an uncomfortable conversation.
I can
I don't
tell.
want to talk about this.
Next time, don't lie to me.
Oh man. Ooh, yeah, he'll make things real steamy.
It's fucking stupid. Anyway,
I do like to make things steam. Hey, that was our slide, man.
What?
We're going to talk about this later.
No. We're
Oh,
good.
my God.
We're good.
Oh, James. You know she's bad for you.
No.
You can judge.
No.
You're not confident about it.
Comment on what?
You get so awkward talking about it. Why aren't you?
Because
more
I don't want to
confident?
talk about it on stream.
Because there's a problem, isn't there?
No.
Tell us all your problems.
I don't have no
We'll
problems.
work through it together.
He'll count. He'll.
No! No, don't answer it.
Loud. Everybody. Rocks. No.
I'm being sexually haunted.
Did you guys hear that?
I'm being. What's it called?
Assaulted?
No.
Harassed?
Harassed?
Not harassed. When you're being stalked. I'm being stalked. I'm being harassed. Call the police.
You're just being stalked, alright.
I am a victim of cyber harassment.
Cyber
I've been
bullying.
sent dick pics before already.
Oh, man.
Not of someone's dick, but they've sent me a picture of like a fat dude naked, and I'm like, what in the hell?
Man.
I didn't want to see this.
Is it a joke? Fat dude?
It was a joke.
Yeah, we're not.
All right, so we're moving on from James's insecurities about his girlfriend.
Okay.
Unless you guys want to hear it.
Fuck you, man.
Lee, do you want to hear it?
You want to
he'll
you
talk
want
to
to hear
you.
my insecurities about my relationship?
All right. Well, the first slide.
Now, yeah, in this scene,
Okabe wants to rule the world.
I thought it was, well, he just goes kind of crazy there for a minute, and all his friends are like, "Whoa, dude." You
No,
okay?
he did that out on the roof, didn't he? No one was there.
No, yeah, no, he was texting Teeter in his room, and then, Christina's behind him, and I guess Daru and Mayu come inside, and he's like, "No, I can't breathe in my sigh. I'm gonna rule the world. I'm gonna thwart everybody." And he goes like crazy, and he starts like sweating, and they're like, "Whoa, dude, you okay?"
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and I forget what my theory was on why he is. I don't know if he's lying to himself because he doesn't want the responsibility, or maybe since he was a kid, he's wanted to rule the world, and he's like so like I gotta go through with it. I don't know.
I think it's a little bit of both. Mostly the one you said though. It's the last one you said.
That he wants to go through with his plans. Yeah.
He's been so wound up, and so like
He's put a lot of time and
addicted
effort
to
into
this.
it.
Yeah. You know.
Just like Christina's dad.
Yeah.
He got
just like
to.
Christina's
He
dad.
got to. Oh my.
Dude, okay, are you guys farting out of stress?
I'm not
farting.
Your nose is just whack.
Dude, Retro, you can't call in like that without permission. Don't be stupid. So...
I'm muting it, yeah.
I wish you could, like, close Skype, like, officially close it, but when you exit it...
All you gotta do is right-click, go to Task Manager, and then end it.
Well, that's a workaround, though. That's not, like, a real thing, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Like, why don't they... It's not there. Whoa! See what I mean?
Dun, 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 dun,
They should have... Like, Skype is so stupid that it's always running in the background. Skype should allow you to close it down and be like, I'm not here. Well, I guess there is an unavailable button. Whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on. So at this point, I had the realization that there is the world line change. So there's one reality, and that it just jumps. Everyone jumps together to the new line.
Interesting.
Is kind of how I observed it.
It's like this. It's like Sonic Adventure. Like you're on the grinding rails and you just
you
switch between them.
So the power is called the Magic Eye.
Reading Steiner.
Reading Steiner.
Reading a Steiner. A little over the top.
I think it's Reading Steiner. Reading Steiner.
Reading Steiner.
What's the at the end? What's this
I just like the It sounds more Asian. It sounds like an over-the-top caricature of a Japanese person.
Yeah? I don't know.
Ringo Steiner.
Say it again.
Reading Steiner.
No. There's no
That was like some
Well, I know there
fat-
isn't. I'm just making fun of it.
That's if they were trying to say it in English.
No, that word is English. You dumb nuts.
The magic eye. Reading Steiner. I just like making fun of how Japanese people talk.
But how they would say they'd say Steiner.
I know.
That would be the Japanese.
I know.
But you're saying it sounds more Japanese with the but no, it sounds more Japanese with the because that's what they would say.
I know, just going over the top, making fun. I know they don't actually say Steiner.
David stupid.
Oh well. I make do.
Make doo-doo.
So, in this episode, about 6 minutes in, Okabe and Chris discuss the ethics of changing the past while Kiru continuously interrupts their conversation with text messages. I do like that. I think that's a funny quirk that is interesting to the story.
What was the quirk?
That Kiru was always texting him like in the middle of his conversations and stuff. And they also decide...
Yeah.
They decide on something they can do to obviously change the past at 9 minutes in. And they decide on preventing Kiru from getting a new phone 4 days ago, before she was introduced to the team. So what happened was, they do it. They text her, tell her not to get a new phone, and she's gone. They just poofed her.
They poofed her. Well, they didn't. Sorry. No, they didn't. They didn't poof her. They changed the timeline so that now, in this new timeline, they had never met her, but he met her because he texted her to make sure she still exists, and she responds.
Yeah.
But
it would have been funnier if they poofed her, though.
That would have been funny. I like a good poof.
Because when I was watching this the first time,
that would have been funny.
I did look at my notes, man. I thought it was like the funniest thing in the world. I was just like,
You
they
did.
poofed her, man.
It's the
They
poof
poofed
point.
her.
Remember that show? She's been poofed. That's so funny to me. Oh man, you gotta share that on Instagram on your page now.
Yeah. So, they never met Kiru, and they're shocked that he sent another D-mail.
Right, they're like, wait, we sent another one? He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're seriously gonna fuck shit up, man. They keep
yeah.
sending things back. They're gonna mess up some serious things.
I mean, taking the butterfly effect into consideration, I feel like they've already done that we don't know of yet. Some crazy things.
Now, see, Okabe was talking about something about the future and making choices in the text or whatever, and then Chris says something, and he's like, "I'm not interested in your personal opinion." That's what every man should say to a woman.
Be firm. Don't take shit.
Oh God, this part.
It was funny though. I gotta be honest with you. My brain was like retarded because I thought like they drew his hand wrong and it was like the wrong hand. But then I was like, oh wait, no, that's right. It just looked weird to me, like mangled and like cracked in the wrong direction. But no, it's the right hand.
It sounded gross.
It's the correct hand.
That's why you can't draw for shit.
I draw good. I'm confident with my art.
Well,
You said that many times.
Oh, well.
You can be. That's good for you, David. That you're confident in your art.
That was such a. That came off so condescending. Well. Humph.
Okay, so in this scene. Oh boy. So in this scene, Ruka comes over to the house for some reason, but Mayu wants to cosplay with she's obsessed with cosplay, and so she wants Ruka to cosplay as this girly girl, like cute anime character, but it's a dude, but because he looks so pretty, she wants to cosplay him, and she does. She dresses him up in this thing. And so, when seeing Mayu try to dress Ruka up in cosplay, Daru says, it's a bit Yuri. But then Okabe says, Ruka's a guy. And then Daru goes, even better.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
For me, it like zoomed into his face, and he was like, balls or no balls, I'll hit that.
Oh! That's so much worse.
It is worse. Like, it's Sean dressed up, and he's like, balls or no, I'd hit that.
Whoa!
Yeah, it did that.
That's disgusting.
It totally did it in the dub.
Gay.
It was so
Dude,
gay.
that's retarded. That's way different than the Japanese.
Yeah.
In the context. Because how it was set up in Japanese, well, at least the subtitles was that it's a bit Yuri, meaning it's lesbian. And then when it said Ruka's a guy, it was like, oh, even better because it's real porn, because then he can fuck her and stuff. Yeah,
okay,
so,
well, that's a different scene then. He says that there, and then later, after he sees him in his dress, he's like, balls, but still, doesn't take back what he said.
Yeah, no, he does.
Balls are
yeah, he does say that later.
Oh, God, that's so hard.
Daru does say
God,
that.
that's so gay.
disgusting.
That's horrible. He's just a perverted...
And then...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Oh, that's different.
This is what he says in Japanese. I want a low-angle shot of this.
Oh, man. That's still not as bad. He literally says, balls or none, I'd hit that.
Oh, and that was my gay note right there. Gay?
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
That's horrible. Actually, that's worse because he wants to see the dick. I want a low-angle shot.
I don't know about Daru no more.
I think he's a
I know I
deprived.
like him.
He's bisexual.
He's just a fat.
Not that there's
Fag.
anything wrong with that.
Oh, well, you know, yeah.
Yeah, this is the best, dude. So, Okabe sees it and he's just like, he's so attracted by it, and he's like, I've just been victimized by psychological attack.
Oh, yeah, that was really funny because he looks so
You want to fuck him.
deceivingly feminine. He's like, oh.
And then they've got that music that's like this awe music where it's like, oh.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Every time I go to anime conventions, man, that's me. I've just been victimized by a psychological attack.
Yep.
So, the next experiment that they get into, Ruka wants to become a girl, because he has gender dysphoria, and he says that he heard that when you eat a lot of meat, it becomes a boy. When you eat a lot of vegetables, it becomes a girl, which is retarded. Because,
yeah,
I mean, it's retarded on so many levels.
It's not even true.
But, so if you were
that's
meant to
stupid.
be a girl and they ate a lot of meat, you become a very feminized boy.
That's the
You
logic
become a
there.
soy boy.
Soy boy. Soy boy. Oh, man, yeah.
Yep, so they
Oh.
agree with her. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, it was this scene where Christina finally finds out that he's a boy.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that has that scene like,
No, it didn't, but she met him before, but I guess they didn't explain it.
No, it wasn't until this episode that Okui's like, I'm afraid to break this to you, but he is of the masculine variety, or something like that. And he's like, yeah, right, nobody that pretty can be a boy. And then I don't think she touches his penis, but she touches him to check, and then her eyes like.
Yeah, I
like
don't
widen.
get. You know, she touches his chest.
Yeah. But
Why would that do, dude? I've known
just been flat chested.
multiple women that have flat chests.
It could have. Even when he does become a girl in this, he doesn't get any boobs.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't understand why that would freak her out or anything.
Maybe it was a. Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't want him to grab the dick. So
he grabs around later.
Ooh, yeah.
To check, and there's nothing there though. Is the difference.
So they agree with the experiment and they go for it, and they send a text message back to Ruka's mom in 1993 or something like that.
They had to send it to her
page.
pager because that was before cell phones were.
And they done fucked it up.
Well, they made him a girl. That worked.
But they still done fucked it up.
What do they do?
Because they lost the IBM.
Right, they lose. Oh, that was so frustrating.
Yeah, so by doing that...
that means they had never hacked into Stern. That never happened. Because that's what they needed to do it with.
But still, no boobs.
Yeah, and he dismisses it as it didn't work. Because he looks at her chest and he's like, oh, didn't work.
So something changed, but he doesn't know what it is. And then I wrote in parentheses, it's the boobs. Yeah, episode 8 right there. Episode 9. You guys got anything to say so far?
No, I've said I said everything.
Have you reconsidered about your confessions?
No confessions.
Do you have any confessions to make, David?
No. I'm good.
Alright, episode 9. Oh. Just stretching. What are you looking at me like that for?
I'm anticipating what you were going to say about this. You look like you had something very interesting.
Stretching up, revving up.
It's just, it's been an hour. I'm just, Alright. Oh, jeez. I love this anime. Alright, so, episode 9, the theory of homostasis. The fear of, well, my feelings about episode 9. Yeah. Is the fear of change out of one's control and of chaos.
Right.
Yeah, see, Lee, that's what happens when you're not getting sidetracked by gay-ass shoujo animes.
We make a lot of progress. I can't believe. Yeah, the other ones are like 3 hours, 2 hours.
Yeah, that's why.
You just get wrapped up nice.
We gotta think about some way to spice this up now. Now that we have good animes that we can't really rag on that much.
Well, I'm enjoying just talking about it, but... Yeah.
That's true. That's true. That's what the club is, man. It's supposed to be a nice, relaxing experience. I mean, y'all in the chat are supposed to know more, have watched it, and you're supposed to be participating and talking about the anime and shit.
Yeah, where's Mr. OG? Oh, I played it before. It was cool guy. Or he apparently played the visual novel that it's based off of.
The Vortex dude or whatever?
Is that his name?
I think so.
Where's Hipster Man?
So, at a minute into this anime, Daru spills beans that their time machine sends text to the past.
Right.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're
I hate
all
looking at him. He's
they're
so
all
ugly.
very sucky at keeping this time machine under wraps, because before it was just 3 lab members, and then now it's like 4, lab member 5, lab member 6, lab member 7, and it's like they're so bad.
Yeah, Okari's a little careless.
Yeah, Lee, you shut that up.
What?
Did she just say that to you?
I think so.
What are you gonna do about that?
Hey, man, just because I like to sleep in and get my full 6 hours of sleep doesn't make me lazy, okay? Fucking bitch. Rintaro discusses their discovery of the D-mails with Daru inside the Queen Yan Yan, but Daru points out that they were unable to change Daru's luck in the match with Ferris. Yeah, that does happen. That happens actually later.
Who's Ferris again? That's Kitty Girl, right? Maid Cafe chick.
That's what happens in this episode. It's basically all about talking with Ferris and spilling the beans and Ferris wants a piece of the time machine. This one's not even an experiment. So Chris caught arguing on the phone to someone. Wait, what? Oh, that happens here. So this is interesting. Chris got caught arguing to someone on the phone, and
hey.
I don't know who it is. Maybe her father. Maybe them back in America.
Right. We never do find out. Probably your parents back in
Russell's back. Burp, burp, burp,
Burr,
burp.
burr, burr, burr.
Yeah, so she yeah, she's arguing to somebody and it's really intense and it makes you kind of feel for like what's going on. Could be a boyfriend, could be her dad, probably her dad. No, her dad's missing.
Yeah,
right, her
Mom.
dad's been gone for 7 years. Probably your mom then. Somebody.
Curious.
Now I got a present for you guys. This next frame.
Oh, happy birthday to me.
What?
Mm.
Oh,
My God.
that scene was so good. It also got a nice zoom up when she like walked in front of the TV. She walks in front of the TV and turns it off because she wants to talk to him. Yeah, just you get a little glimpse there too.
Well, this is a better one.
It is better. I'm just saying that this entire little scene get some good views.
Yes, Retro. That's plenty right there. You definitely take the cake right there.
Probably copy and pasted all that.
Probably off of like the wiki or something. So finally, we're gonna get into something interesting for once. Here we go. All right, so Chris is yelling at Okabe that she wasn't crying and to not ask any questions, but Okabe doesn't care. She's begging for attention, man.
And that and it's funny when she realizes that because usually they kind of try to play mind games. They're like, I don't want to talk about it in order to get you to what is it? And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
so that when she realizes it didn't work on him, she goes up and sits next to him. And
Yep,
starts talking.
exactly. No, even worse. She sits next to him and starts crying. So she wants him to care on the inside. Now that she's comfortable with him, because remember she hated him before, but now she's getting closer. She's comfortable with him. He can expect more of this type of bullshit. So, like you were saying, he didn't listen, he didn't care. So instead of leaving the room or going home, she sits, and also I like how they established that little plushie. They established that whenever you're sad, you gotta hug the plushie.
Just like Mayu was telling Okari to do, yeah.
Yeah, and so she does, and so she sits there next to him to cry, just to rub it in, not rub it in, but like to get his attention because clearly
it didn't work.
Yelling at him and telling him don't ask any questions didn't work. So now she's got to take a different approach, which is sit down next to him and cry. And then still Okabe's like, well, not my problem.
Oh man.
But then she gets what she wants, and there it is. That's what she wanted to hear. The anytime you want to talk, I'll listen. Because he was so sick of hearing her cry, he needed to shut her up, and so he was like, okay, you want to talk, blah, blah. See, now she knows he's a slave to hear her problems. So she can't throw up. Oh, no, so she can?
Can't throw up.
Hold on.
What?
So she can't throw him down to... I think that's supposed to be can. So she can throw up all her emotional crap, and then get that satisfaction
Comma.
of dragging others down. Dragging others down to her shitty level of misery. I mean, what Cush boobs.
What?
I mean, what makes a miserable woman think that'll make her feel better is making someone else feel just as shitty as her, because then she's not alone, you know? I mean, fuck actually trying to solve the problem and fix your situation. Nah, it's better to have other people as miserable as you are. Fucking damn. 4:10 minutes in.
Oh!
See,
but then he like pretends, haha,
yeah, so
got it
he
wrapped
cares.
around my finger.
Exactly. So now she's pissed, and because it didn't work. But then again, you know Okabe cares.
No, he was just
really
pretending,
does
yeah.
care.
He doesn't want to look like he cares.
But that still like pissed her off because you didn't. It's harder to read, you know. You didn't get that straightforward like, oh, you okay? You know.
Yeah, not the usual.
Uh.
You gotta get that little clip in there.
At 5 minutes in, it's stated that Mayu feels that she's losing Akabe to the time machine. I mean, she really just says that it feels like Akarin is leaving me. Oh.
Are you thinking?
It's because he's falling in love with Chris. I didn't even catch that because I'm so immune to love.
Well, I didn't
It
get
didn't
that.
even hit me.
I didn't get that because I don't think. I mean, he clearly is just platonic friendship with her. So I don't. It's Mayu and you think Mayu is romantically
Jealous.
in love with him?
No, it's the same way. It's the same way that you have your bromance with the best friend, and they leave to go hang out with their girlfriend, and then you don't have, and then they're gone. You're losing them to the girl.
Why are you pinching me? Why
He
you
did.
poke me, man?
Behind the scenes, I didn't know what just happened. That's funny.
But I had interpreted this as that she feels that that he's getting too invested into his time machine work because he's finally getting somewhere, and so he's getting so involved into his experiments that he doesn't spend enough doesn't give enough attention to her. And I think that that's what it is, but it also could be that he's falling in love with Chris, and that Mayu sees it, and that she feels like she's losing him like an older brother to this girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, if I remember correctly, at least from the English dub, I could have sworn she said, "Oh, he's spending so much time with all his friends now," but I could be wrong about that. I could be remembering that wrong. Either way, it's a good theory.
Yeah. So, at this moment, he does realize that the IBN was lost when he switched the line. So they don't no longer have the IBN, which means that did they even crack the CERN description? They couldn't have, because they don't have the IBN computer. So at this point, they're even in a worse state than they were before, because they never even cracked the decryption of the IBN decryption or whatever. So they don't even have the records of CERN Industries that talks about people turning into gel.
I know. Oh,
So do they not even have the microwave then? They don't even have the microwave. They can't even.
They do, because they do one more time thing.
But how in the hell? Because are you sure they do one more? Oh, they do one more for Ferris. Ferris.
They do two more, I think. They do one. They do one for Ferris, and then they do another one. Okari decides, I need to tell myself to track
you're right.
Abba or whatever her name.
But then how did they find out how to use the microwave if they don't have the decrypted information from? Oh, you know what? That information didn't really help them, did it?
No, it just
told them what CERN was up to.
CERN was bad. Yeah.
So now only Okabe knows about CERN, but they just know that they have a working time machine.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Good. He realizes that the world line, they never found that. Okay. Now, it just hit me at 12 minutes in that the reason Okabe changed world lines when he first texted Daru about Chris being stabbed is because they saw the text and Okabe stopped Chris from dying. Or something like that. Because think about it. The first time that he was on the road, right, and he was texting Daru about the... texting Daru about how someone got stabbed, right? And then as soon as he sent the text message, everyone disappeared. And that text message went into the past.
That's true. So there's maybe there's like a time current that just flows around and just bumps into stuff. And
A milkshake in the freezer is better than putting it in the fridge.
That's true.
I would say the opposite, because the freezer's gonna make that thing like ice.
But if you put it in the fridge... Well, it depends when you're going to drink it, because it will melt eventually, but it'll melt at a much slower rate.
That's true. If it's going to be just for a bit, I would say fridge.
Yeah. Anyway, glad to be of assistance to the population. Yeah, no, so I think when he sent that text message to Daru, that 2 weeks ago, maybe, because Daru didn't know he had a message, though. He didn't know he even had a message in his phone. Or maybe he did, but he forgot about it because it was a week ago. But maybe they got that message, and maybe someone read it, either Mayu or Okabe or Daru, and they changed it somehow. Well, it couldn't have been. It could have been Okabe. Maybe Okabe changed it, but since he kept his memories, his memory didn't change that he did something different. So he doesn't remember doing anything different because his memory stayed intact. It wasn't replaced by the new memory of him saving Chris.
That could be it.
Because remember... Oh my god! Because remember Chris, when she saw him, and he didn't even know who she was like, didn't you have something to tell me? We've never got to see Chris talk to her yet. So he did have something to tell her. He went back in time. Or... No. Well, it could be that, or he could have gone back in time from the future from now. Once they figure out how to send someone back in time and all together, he could have done that too. But it's probably the first thing I mentioned.
We'll go with that for now.
So, at 14 minutes and 50 seconds, Okabe starts to understand the ramifications of the D-mail, changing lines again and again, and how terrible it is. and what catastrophic things can happen. 17 minutes in, we're at Ferris's apartment, and Daru is a complete simp ass pussy.
Yeah, pushover.
And he just is in love with Ferris and wants to give her everything. But she'll never date him because he's ugly and fat and has no money. But yet he just wants everything for her. How awful is that? Poor Daru.
Oh,
Absolutely
using him because she can.
And then Ferris wants to use the time machine for her own purpose.
Just for herself, but well, no, she makes a deal with him. They want the IBN, and she's like,
Which
"I'll
they
give it
still
to you."
don't get it.
Yeah, they never do. I don't know why Okuri didn't realize changing the timelines could make it so that she didn't have it to give, or something, or even more so, she's not gonna remember the deal they made that if you let me change the past, I'll give it to you. She's not gonna remember. I don't understand why they go through this.
Yeah, it's a load of mess. Now that everybody who's like learning of the time machine now wants to use it for their own purpose.
I know.
They're doing such a terrible job at keeping this machine under wraps. It's awful. And then Retro in the chat. What is this Hold Up Afterthoughts Erection Episode 1 introduction? What is this? I don't even know what that even means. So oh yeah, so shut up, Daru. So Daru, well, Mayu was saying, I think it's wrong to look at someone's email, and then Daru was like, yeah, she's right. You can't look
gosh,
at
I know.
Because
Daru.
Okabe wanted to look at her text message before she sent it back. To
Which
make
he has
sure
every
it
right
wasn't-
to.
Yeah, it's his machine, and then they're like, oh yeah, you couldn't do. It's like it could be catastrophic, and they're telling him, oh no, you can't do it.
I mean, it makes sense that she's siding with her own kind.
That
But
is
Daru's
true.
being a fucking pussy with a bitch. He doesn't even care if time gets distorted, and the next thing we know, we're all floating in space. He just wants to make cat girl.
Ferris
happy.
Nyan Nyan girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is retarded. Oh, and then this, dude, when Chris was hanging up on Okabe in order to force him to be proper and polite, really bugged me for some reason.
Same here. I was
Like, it kind of sounds like, okay, yeah, Okabe's kind of being a dick on the phone. But at the same time, keep hanging up on him. Like, it made me laugh, but it also gave me anxiety.
It irritated me. It was like, fucking just cooperate. Gosh.
And then at 21 minutes in, the text was sent back by Ferris changed world lines again. But the IBN isn't located. They now must change the world lines until it shows up to continue their research.
Oh, man.
So they just have to keep changing world lines again and again and again until the IBN shows up. So now they're stuck.
I didn't know that was
That's why,
the right
well,
plan.
because that's kind of what they're doing. They're looking for it, but at the same time, because that's what Okabe does. He asks her dad, like, "Hey, do you have the IBN, or did you ever give it to somebody?"
Oh, yeah, I forgot what her dad said.
And he says, "Oh, but never heard of an IBN, never had it." Retro, to get the gold platinum membership, you gotta donate $100 to my PayPal.
Gold platinum.
Just 100, man? We're talking about gold platinum right now.
No,
Hey, no, I'm
gold
not.
platinum.
It's the
It's
special.
not just gold.
No,
It's not
no,
just
no,
platinum.
it's the
gold
special-
platinum.
It's the special retro discount because I love him so much.
Dude, he's missing $900.
90% off.
So by sending that text into the past, they ended up changing the entire town, and I think it's
Yeah.
because Ferris owns the entire land.
The culture
and
of the
she
town.
sent back something that I bet was probably like real estate or something that made everything
business
just fucked it all
decision.
up.
Yeah.
So things are getting seriously messed up now. It's ridiculous. All right, episode 10, guys. Last episode. Wow, we're really blowing through this. Only an hour and a half in. Let's get a little stretch here. All right, guys. Episode 10, the Chaos Theory Homeostasis. Their names were so close. I accidentally did some typos, I think. But yeah, at a minute in, with what? Oh God, I tried burping and it was all puke. That was disgusting. So with one message, Mo culture, as they call it, left Akiba, and the whole town changed. And so it turns out.
Oh yeah, he walks in, and I forget something comes up, and he's like, have you forgotten what I said, Christina? He's a boy, and then everyone's like.
Yeah, they're like, how rude!
Yeah,
You're calling her a boy. And then he goes and he grabs her chest and he's like, I'll prove it. You're a guy. And then he didn't
touches around in her,
and it makes no point anyway because it was breastless before. And then
around.
now
he touches her. Oh wait.
Yeah, and he gropes her pussy.
Oh no. Yeah. He was like, well then why does she have a?
Man, like wow. I wonder what she felt. Well, I mean, I know what she felt, literally, but could you imagine that?
That was funny.
It must have been a good time for Okabe, I'll tell you that. And so at 8 minutes in, A Talk from the Heart by Amane reveals she's waiting for a moment in time her dad will be in the city, which is tomorrow in the anime. If she misses it, though, she has to leave, and she says that she's so busy that, she'll be out of there, that she's very busy and stuff. Mm-hmm. Now, I thought this was interesting. At 8:30, 8 minutes in, Akabe feels compassion that Amane's father left, so he tells her to use the time machine to send D-mail to her father not to leave, but disguises it as an evil, heartless, mad scientist experiment.
He does, but she sees through it. Yeah, he's like, you're really soft down inside, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know if she said it in the...
Something like that. I don't remember. It was something like that. I think she said, you're really compassionate, aren't you? Something like that.
Yeah.
But
basically,
so he hides under that persona, but I
really
wonder
does
why.
care about people.
Like, why do you think he does that? Like,
yeah, again.
Why can't you just come out and be nice to people?
Yeah, it could be a humility thing. He wants to be humble.
I mean, he wants to be a mad scientist so bad, but he's just too nice.
That's probably it.
And it upsets him, so he's always trying to be bad and evil.
I think when he was a kid, he was always like, I want to be a mad scientist, like Dexter's Laboratory. And then he grows up, and he's so determined. Something must have happened, like bullying or something. Like, you're never going to do it. So he's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to prove them all wrong. And as he grew and matured, he learned to like people more. I mean, he made some friends. But he really wants to do it. So, just, I don't know, really determined. Maybe he feels like, well, if I give up on this, what's next? Am I just going to give up all my goals?
Are you speaking from personal experience?
Maybe. I can't think. I'm never able to think or remember anything.
What?
I'm really bad at this. You know that.
You can't think or remember anything?
If I'm like put on the spot and I have to remember something, I can't. I need lots and lots of time.
My brother was telling me the other day that not drinking enough water can relate to bad memory.
Really?
As you drink a 10-liter. I've heard so many theories about memory loss.
Masturbation.
I think I'm just messed up. Yeah, that's one of them.
You're just retarded.
Yeah, I think I'm just retarded. But I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know. Maybe there is. I don't know.
So at 11 minutes in, Okabe gets a mysterious message, and it says, "I'm watching you."
Oh shoot, that's right.
With a picture of red Jello.
Yeah,
Why
that was
is it
weird.
red?
What the hell was up
Why
with
not
that?
green?
Human.
No,
And he turned
humans turned
blood
green
Jell-O.
Jello.
No, like he just killed him and mashed him up and turned him into Jello.
Not entirely.
That isn't. I didn't think about that though. That's interesting. Why wouldn't it be like green Jello to be a reference to the whole thing where you get?
Have they sent people before?
They did.
CERN
experimented with people, and they traveled through time, but they turned into
goop.
mush. Yeah, and it was green.
That's disgusting.
I do not get the red flan that he sent him. I don't get that. Or whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, who's watching him?
Alrighty then. So, this was beautiful. At 12 minutes in, Mayu shared a memory of when they were in elementary school. Mayu believes she saved him from a fever by wishing on a falling star.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which explains her fascination with him. Explains why she's always reaching up and it's called the stargaze.
And she feels like she's touching the stardust
And then at the same time in this dialogue, we learned that Okabe thinks that's when he gained the reading Steiner.
When she wished upon that star, it kind of like gave him powers. Yeah, who knows?
I thought it was a very beautiful moment. They're just out there in the middle of the night, you know, looking up at the stars, and they have this really intimate moment.
Yeah.
That you get to learn a bit about their past, you know?
I think this is also the same scene when he comes back from the It is, because they go to the grocery store and he's all looking around, because he just got that text. And, yeah, that's when he, like, pretends to talk on the phone again, and it's there that we realize, all right, so he knows there's no one there. Or at least in that instance, he was pretending.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
So, at 18 minutes, we get another character development moment where
So
possibly Chris might be thinking of Okabe as more than a friend.
Oh, they're gonna fuck. They're gonna fuck.
Well, Lee, humans are made of stardust, theoretically, in the Big Bang Theory, because when stars explode, their particles, not dust, it's their particles explode, and then
dust is particles of
I guess that's
dead
true.
skin cells and stuff.
And then that's what kind of forms. It's more like the conservation of mass more than stardust, because I mean when stars explode, their atoms and molecules and pieces or whatever does land on Earth, and then we've evolved from the dirt and everything, and all planets and stars and everything is apparently made from the same matter and whatnot.
Right.
You know, forming little chunks of balls and such.
Oh gosh.
So, Akabe is now considering... Oh, I didn't want to skip over this that fast. This scene, all the lights go out because they plug in the vacuum. Aren't they using, like, all the different type of materials and stuff? They're using different types of... Not material. Different types of lab experiments that they did. Like experiment number 1, 2, and one's a vacuum and stuff. And they plug it in. They're like, don't use a vacuum.
Oh, yeah.
And he plugs it in and turns it on and the lights go out.
Yeah.
And then while he's looking for the breaker... Chris and Okabe are talking in the dark, and they apparently can't tell how close they are to each other. The lights come on, and they're super close, and they get all like, all of, you know, anxious and stuff, and scared and all that. And so they're definitely falling in love. But now, at 19 minutes in, Okabe is now considering to use the D-mail for changing mistakes that he's made, instead of just purely experiments. And that mistake is that he wished that he followed Amane instead of letting her go, because Amane was going to go see her dad, and he was going to follow her to find out if she met her dad and what she was going to say and stuff, whereas Chris didn't want him to follow Amane. But he did. Or he didn't, because he listened to her. But then he was sending a text in the past saying, "Don't listen to Chris. She's stupid."
Yeah.
But he's debating whether that's a good idea or not, if he can do that. And then we have 20 minutes in. Okabe uses the D-mail to tell himself to follow Amane, and he does. And that's where Amane says that she is the daughter of John Taita.
Right. Oh, my dad calls himself Teeter. Wasn't it a different Teeter, though? Not John?
Well, she just said Teeter here. She didn't say John Teeter.
I'll have to check the dub again. I thought it was another Teeter. I could have sworn there was I'm just saying, that's what I remembered. Could be.
What if she has a brother called John Teeter, and their father is something else Teeter?
There could be a whole family of Teeters.
That's true. There could be another whole family.
I'll have to check. I could have sworn she said it was a different Teeter, though. And he's like, John Teeter? She's like, no, Michael Teeter. I don't know, something else.
Now, it is true, though, that Amane never did find her father, but I guess Okabe convinced her to stay.
Little niglet.
You're the niglet.
So her father never showed up to the convention or whatever, and but he still convinced her to stay. So we still have Amane.
Yeah.
There's no way in retro. There's no way retro we'd be able to watch 11 through 24 in 1 week.
Yeah,
we tried that with Chobits, which it would. Now I think we could watch that many animes,
but having to talk about all of it.
But having to write up but write up my notes, get all the slides. I mean, this was like 80 slides You want me to get, like, that's 80 slides for 5 episodes. That would be like 200, 300 slides I'd have to get. And that would be so many pages. That stream would be like 4 or 5 hours long. There's no way. There's no way we could do that. Well, I've got so much other stuff going on. I'm trying to get that other brain. Dude, this next brain food's going to be really good, though. Gonna have the webcam going. It's gonna be direct to the audience, man.
It's gonna be good, all right.
It's gonna. What the fuck
the
is
hell?
that? Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be good, all right.
That grossed me out.
And you're
man.
gonna play some Metroid.
I'm not.
Well, I'll come over and I'll play, or something like that.
Yeah.
He really doesn't want to play Metroid. But,
Yeah. So it's gonna be a start of something new. Something new that I'm gonna be happy about. Yeah. So that concludes the episodes of Steins Gate.
Oh, you can get the last frame with the butterfly.
Oh no, I didn't get that in there.
That's fine. I really liked that though. That little like, oh man, some big. I just.
It's like
the next.
building up.
Yeah, the next episode is just gonna be. Just gonna go nuts.
And we still
can
have like
see it
20
coming.
more episodes too.
Yeah.
Well, 15. Yeah, so let's enter into the Ask Me Anything portion of the stream.
AMA.
While we kind of close this up and everything, what are your afterthoughts about episode 1 through 10, like all of it together? What do you think?
I personally, even if I hadn't seen horrendous anime before it, this is a really good anime. I'm really enjoying it. I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I actually look forward to watching it, and I have to stop myself from just watching 5. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's so smart and I'm smart for watching it. No, it's really interesting. It's and the characters and the voice acting, at least in the dub version, very well done. The characters are rich, likable, interesting. How about you?
I choose non-soggy noodles.
I can second that.
That's a good answer to the question about the anime. No.
Well, wait, like what are soggy noodles? Aren't they always soggy? They're in water.
Yeah,
That's if like they've been in water a little too long and they're like really squishy.
Well, I don't eat spaghetti, so I can't tell the difference.
It's more of like a ramen thing, I feel.
Well, I mean, why would you even eat soggy? If soggy implies that they've been in water for too long, why would you even do that? That's not even right. You're not supposed to overcook them. Obviously, I like perfectly cooked food, not over or undercooked.
I don't understand the question,
Me
Retro.
neither.
Are you going to do people like Elmo? But then you said play Elmo's letter adventure. Oh, okay. You need to put punctuation in your sentences, man. Are you gonna do people like Elmo? Period. You should play. You forgot those words. You should play Elmo's letter adventure. Period. Elmo's number journey. Period.
Oh, no, comma.
Comma, yeah.
So it's 3 different games you want to
Elmo's
play.
number journey. Comma.
Apostrophe.
Elmo's
Apostrophe in Elmo's.
Oh yeah, and apostrophe is Elmo's A Zoo Adventure.
The only punctuation he got was the .1
A
bulletin.
through what?
That's not a bad idea. Why would I want to do people like Elmo though?
He's just retarded.
Actually, that's a very good point.
That
I don't want to draw Elmo though. Ugh.
That'd be horrible.
It'll be funny. It'll be so funny. Like you do
Draw him,
Sonic
like,
and making him
sniffing crack.
smoke it. Yeah, like Sonic. It would be funny. You could do something hilarious. Have you seen the drawing of like Bert and Ernie, their kids, and they're like on the playground, and he punches this bully Muppet?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, well, my thoughts of the anime so far is the first 5 episodes, I felt it was really heavily story-based. That's why I felt that the characters weren't as developed as, say, other animes. But I take that back now, and the last 5 episodes, 6 through 10, very developed, I think. I think...
And that's...
I think that they spent a lot more time with the characters, and I'm growing to appreciate them a lot more than I did the first 5.
And that's not something you could find yourself saying about Devil's a Part-Timer.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Devil's a Part-Timer is the only other really good anime we watched. Mm-hmm. And even then, you felt like the characters never really changed or grew. Mm-hmm. And I would agree. I think they were pretty one-note.
Yeah. But yeah, the characters here... Because, I mean, look at the development with what's his name? Okabe. You start as he's a mad scientist, wants to rule the world, and wants to build the next greatest device, that is gonna make him a mad scientist, rule the world, and be a dictator or whatever, and just be the one world king or whatever. And as the anime grows, he's learning the value of friendships, because remember, all he had was Daru and Mayu's not really a friend. She's kind of just like a thing that's there. And then Daru's kind of his friend, but he needs the scientist, the technology, you know, the hacker or whatever. Yeah. And he sees it more as a team of like minions rather than friends. But then now I think he's learning the value of friendship through Chris and through, I guess, Ferris, which she's kind of a bitch, through Ruka, which they've known for a long time, but now he's interacting with her more because she's a her now. And Kiru is a new friend that he's getting, and I think by the end of the anime you're gonna see him value friends more, and you're gonna see him see that they're not just minions or coworkers, that they're people in your life that you care about, that you don't want to change and affect them in a negative way by using the Steins Gate or the D-mail or whatever it is. And you're going to see him change from an evil mad scientist into someone who's more compassionate. He's going to, like, you know, he's already very compassionate and caring, but he hides it behind that mad scientist mask. I think you're going to see him get rid of that facade, and he's just going to be know that being a nice and kind person is, like, good, and you don't need to hide it, and he's going to be a good scientist.
That would be really nice, but his character would be so different. It wouldn't be the same.
But he has to develop.
No, yeah, you're right.
He has to develop.
I do want to see
It's going to be the same character, but he'll have development.
You're right. You're right.
And then Chris, she's just not as cynical anymore, I don't think. I think she's going to grow to be less cynical, and she's going to grow to love
Akame. She's going to open up more,
Yeah, be more open to people, and we're going to hear more about her past to make that easier to predict. Mayu, I don't know about Mayu and Daru, but my point is that the characters have a path that they're set on right now that they're developing too, and it's gonna be good. So the characters are great, the story is great, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
And these first 10 episodes still got me hooked. Good stuff. James.
I don't have a lot to say just because like I'm not that interested. In the anime, I find it kind of boring for me. It's difficult for me to understand what's going on, and like. It's so complex. My pea little brain can't handle it.
Why is it complicated to you? What's wrong?
Like I tried to watch the first 3 episodes, and it didn't catch my interest, and I think I might have missed some stuff, and then that just kind of barrel rolled and snowballed into like this entire like what the fuck is going on.
I think that's it. I don't think.
And then just my decrease of interest kept declining.
Yeah.
Throughout the episodes.
I don't think it's that it's too.
And now that I don't know what's going on, I don't have a drive to finish watching him.
Yeah, I think it's not that it's too hard for you to understand. I think you don't care, so you don't pay attention, and you don't remember anything, or
that could be
even notice anything.
By the way, guys, when you talk, your voice has to be in the yellow.
Where has it been?
It's been down here.
Oh shit! We have to yell, man.
Whoa! So you went in the red that time. You don't need to go that loud.
It's hard to find that. It's hard to find the perfect level.
That was perfect right there.
Okay.
Now was low.
No. Right there.
Well, don't. You can see it, can't you? Are you asking me?
Well, you like it in the yellow, right? Okay. We got more questions.
I know. I was waiting for you to finish your.
Oh, I'm done bumping.
Favorite Legend of Zelda game: Ocarina of Time, and then Twilight Princess.
Wait a minute. Favorite anime character?
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Kamina.
Most favorite anime character in any anime.
Kamina.
Who?
Kamina?
Kamina? Who's
You've
Kamina?
never seen Gurren.
Oh, Gurren Lagann, yeah. He's the epitome of manlyhood.
He's so awesome.
He's a man's man. Yeah.
He's so awesome.
He's
Light
like
Yagami.
He's like anime's Captain Falcon.
That's good.
Light Yagami is my favorite.
That's good.
Interesting choice.
But I'm sure there's another one. Oh, Riel. All right, let's do 2 categories: favorite male anime character and female. So Light Yagami and Riel.
Oh man, I don't have a favorite female. Cause fuck bitches.
I thought you were gonna say like all of them because they all have boobs.
Oh, they're all hot. Yeah. My favorite is all the hot ones.
So favorite Legend of Zelda game, I said mine, Ocarina of Time.
Oh, well, it might be a little bit of a that's an easy choice, but I mean I've only played like 2 Zelda games, and my favorite has been Breath of the Wild.
I think the next game I'm gonna play is Ocarina of Time again. That game is so fucking good. Once I finish Skyrim.
Yeah, I gotta play more Zelda games before I can be like, all right, this is my number 1 favorite. But of the 2 I've played, Breath of the Wild. Just in and of itself, it's a really, really good game. I really enjoyed it.
James, you have a favorite Zelda game?
I don't because I don't really play Zelda games. I guess it would either be I'd probably be Twilight Princess because that's the only one I play. I played Twilight Princess and then Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild I just got lost because of the vastness of everything that you could.
You would hate Skyrim then.
I think I would, yeah.
I think James is only equipped to handle first-person shooter, corridor, linear game.
Yeah,
first-person
kinda.
shooter.
Not really.
You can't even handle Fortnite. Well, PUBG is your favorite.
Fortnite.
PUBG is
I don't
amazing.
think you can
Fortnite
even handle
is
PUBG,
kid garbage.
I actually do enjoy PUBG. I mean, Fortnite. I haven't played PUBG. I can't say. It looks horrible.
It's amazing.
I like Fortnite. It's fun. Get on with your friends. Just explore this big old world. Try to survive. Be the last ones alive.
I guess it's just I prefer games like PUBG and like Call of Duty multiplayer and stuff like that because it is multiplayer.
Combat oriented.
Yeah, I guess I'm not too much into the single player games.
Oh, I like to turn off the lights, get all immersed, go into another world.
I wish I had time to be immersed.
Well, I'm sorry.
Question number 4. Retro asks, can you bang me? Not in a million world lines would I ever bang you.
A million? What about the million and one?
Yeah, that's a
well,
no for
we
me,
can
dog.
consider it then.
Yeah, then you have to reconsider.
Lee asks, what video game would you live in? That's a good one. SAO, well, SAO is a cheap-ass video game.
And it doesn't count. It's based off an anime.
Yeah.
A real
video game. You know, I mean, Hyrule is pretty cool. Legend of Zelda kind of be cool. Skyrim, I mean, those are because we were talking about those first come to mind. But if I had to really think about a video game to live in, that's tricky because I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, Gears of War. Fuck that, dude.
Well, yeah, you gotta think about,
it's
like,
gotta be like a good place to live.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Doom. But that's intense. That is very.
You wouldn't last. You can't. You're not being the main character. You're just living it as you are now.
Yeah, it's a tough question because
the second you appear there, you would melt.
Molested.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Well, because see, Legend of Zelda is pretty decent because, or
Halo
better
would
yet,
be awesome.
why not just the world and beyond, Two Souls because it's
just the
like
real world.
The real world.
Well, something like fun and
Yandere
crazy.
Simulator.
Halo. But I wouldn't want to get glassed by the Covenant.
That would suck.
Well.
Mushroom Kingdom.
Hey,
that should be pretty fun.
That's a good one.
Jump around, eat mushrooms, get big. That'd be great.
What the hell?
That'd be so fun.
Eat mushrooms, get big.
I think that would be fun. Super Mario, Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, I think almost any Nintendo game would probably. I was gonna say the world, Samus's world.
Oh,
not K2L because that world sounds like shit. But
you have to pick your
Zebes
planet.
or
what's your planet?
Yeah, what's the planet that the Marines are on? The Federation, not the Marines. The Federation Police.
I'm not quite sure.
Samus?
Metroid. I don't know where humans come from in the Metroid verse.
Earth.
Is there an Earth?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Samus
Earth.
is from Earth. Well, she's not from Earth. She's an Earthling or whatever.
She was raised by
she's a human, but she was raised on K2L, which is a mining colony.
Right.
And then it got not by the Chozo because that came later. Because she was her.
The Chozo didn't raise her, and they put.
Well, no,
DNA
she was a little girl on K2L,
and her parents
in the
were
mining
killed by
colony.
Ridley.
By the pirates by Ridley, and then after that, the Chozo brought her to planet Zebes and infused her with Chozo DNA, and then I forget. Was it the first Metroid game where she came infused with Metroid DNA? I forgot that. But
it's hard because they're not made in order. They're
No.
made. They make a game and they're like, well, this one is at this specific point in the timeline, and then we're gonna make one that's over here. It's not really linear.
Yeah, so it's that's what happened to her. But Metroid you have to choose a planet.
Metroid.
But
yeah.
I think like you said, any Nintendo video game would probably be fun to be in, like Mario. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Video game you kill yourself to escape. Doom.
Okay, so basically, just a video game world you wouldn't want to be in. The opposite.
Yeah, the opposite
Dead
of that.
Space.
Dead Space, or I was gonna say,
creepy.
Alien Isolation. That's a movie.
Ooh.
Dead Space is a good one.
You know, it's hard though when you pick games like Dead Space because that's just on that specific space freighter, right? That's infected by zombie aliens.
Yeah, Dead Space.
So
1.
if you're not on that freighter, you're fine.
Oh, that's true.
And you couldn't.
But
really...
I guess if you're saying what video game, you are kind of implying that you're in that
setting.
In the setting, yeah.
Well, in that case, yeah, that'll make it easier. Well, definitely not Outlast then. I think that would be the most horrific
That'd be terrible.
world to ever
That would be terrible.
live in.
Favorite creepypasta? The one with the fairies, the Crimson Tide or Crimson something.
That sounds
It had little fairies in it.
Oh,
It was
my
really
favorite
cool.
creepypasta.
I think mine was that one with the wife that Matt read and voiced.
And you
for
drew.
That
He
was
read
good.
it. Yeah.
He read that one?
No, yeah,
Matt
he read that
Lopez
one.
read the. Yeah, Matt.
The one where the wife was like different every day or something. That's on my channel, guys.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah. Go.
Mocha Fantasy
Head on
original.
over. Head on over.
I only have like 4 creepypastas.
Not
I
very
think.
many. Yeah. We should kind of stop doing that. But No. My favorite creepy. I don't think I have a favorite creepypasta. I guess the one I remember most. I guess my favorite would be What is it? Captain Candle Cove.
Candle Cove. Yeah, that's
a good one.
That's one of my more popular ones actually.
It's a
on my
vanilla
channel.
choice. It's one of the more
Yeah.
well known, but it's my favorite.
Right. All right. Which video game character would you bang? Oh my
Oh
god.
man,
Batman
Samus.
Arkham.
Yes, dude.
Wait,
Catwoman.
Samus. Better than Catwoman. What?
Not
Samus. Samus.
Bunch of
What about Bayonetta? You don't know
Dude,
about
okay. This is my confession. I think I was telling James the other night. There is not a character that gets me harder quicker than Samus Aran Zero Suit. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, I
Something about her.
can't control myself with Samus Aran. She is the most sexy woman
ever
I have
made.
ever seen in my entire life. And whenever I see her cyan blue spandex, not
Shiny.
spandex, but shiny outfit, I'm ready to fap. And I can fap and fap and fap to her, and it'll never be
You'll never be done.
satisfied.
You'll be bored. Never get
She-
enough
I mean, if I end up getting a sex doll, man, I'm gonna get
Base it
a
off of her.
blonde-looking Samus-looking sex doll, and I'm gonna buy Samus cosplay.
and put her
tights
in
and
it.
put
Oh
her
my
in it.
gosh.
That is the way to go, right there, man.
So if you had a genie and he gave you 3 wishes, every time it would be to bang Samus.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh man, yeah, I agree.
Fucking hottest
I mean,
creature on the fucking anything.
I mean, who's hotter than Samus? Honestly, I can't even think now.
The Samus is my background poster. Look at it.
There you go.
In the thing.
I'm trying to think.
So fucking
What's
hot,
another
dude.
video game character?
You already named it.
I guess I did. What about you, James?
You already said it. Catwoman.
Oh, but she's
That,
technically a comic book character.
The leg girl from Street Fighter.
The leg girl.
I don't know
from
her
Street
name.
Blue,
Oh,
the blue. She
Lee-
wears a blue thing outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not Lee. Chun-Li. Chun-Li.
Chun-Li. No, that's Mortal Kombat. No, that's Street Fighter. Yeah, that's her.
Chun-Li.
I think.
I think.
I don't know.
Some of the Mortal Kombat chicks are pretty.
Yes. All right, I think that about does it for us today. Next week we're watching episodes 11 through 15. And don't forget to watch our Erased Afterthought reviews on Wednesdays. And yeah, that's pretty much it. On the channel number 1, I wanted to play some Skyrim tonight. I was gonna work on the Brain Food episode a little bit maybe, but I'll probably play Skyrim first. I haven't played that all week. So after tonight, we're probably gonna hang out a little bit more, and then I'm gonna play some Skyrim tonight on channel number 1, Mocha Fantasy, the purple one. Photorealistic mods, I got those working now. Soon I might put on some sexy mods, but right now I just got the photorealistic mods on. Also, Brain Food's coming up. Hopefully I can get that done by next week. It always takes me like a month to do these things because not only do I got to write the script, I got to find the information, and there's so much to do on those things. It doesn't seem like it's that much, but it is. But that's going to be fun because that's going to be a new form of content. I'll be filming myself directly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's going to be a good time. And yeah, I think I mentioned all the content that we do right now. If we can start getting donations going, we've reached 100 subscribers, by the way. So congratulations to you guys. Thank you and thank us.
Hey.
And this channel's quickly approaching the subscriber. I mean, now that I've been playing Skyrim, I'm getting subscribers on my original channel now again. So, but they're starting to meet in the middle now. Both this channel and the original now are starting to match in
Yeah,
subscribers.
we finally found the show to do.
Yeah, so I think the content that I'm bringing out is starting to connect with people, and I think that this is pretty much set in stone, the style that we are in currently for both channels. Just need to build a base and get the donations coming in, so that way I can quit my job and I can start doing this full time, and we can get more and better content out. It's gonna be awesome.
Mm.
Any last minute things to say, guys?
No. Nothing.
FANTASYS Anime Club.
Wait, what?
Number
Oh, Anime Club. Yeah.
12.
FANTAC.
Wait, Lee, what do you mean? Can you watch
He
what
wants
Mocha?
Retro suck your
I'm me
breadsticks.
sucking Retro's breadsticks.
Bread's ticks.
Breads ticks. Ew.
Alrighty then. Don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe it with all your friends. Get that extra privileges. Fack off!
I want to see that Tremaine thing now. I want to see the